Oh, again, you know, great job by Rhode Island. I think their coach does an awesome job, and they were well prepared, and they played really, really well. And we're obviously going through a tough stretch right here. Just got to be a little more bought into details, paying attention. Again, scout how we're defending certain things, how we're running certain things offensively. We spend a lot of time on those things, but obviously it's not getting through. So, yeah, it's just very frustrating. We're not playing well right now, and again, that's my fault. So we got to clean it up, figure it out.
Questions?
Wes, you were at Chattanooga for a long time. That was you, Rhode Island. You know, those are games similar to what you had to go face. In your experience, when you go face those schools, how motivated are you? How highly motivated? How do you match that? You know.
Yeah, I mean, again, we stressed all week how good they were. You know, our Final Four team 2 years ago, we were down 3 with 5 minutes left to Rhode Island. So I knew how good they are, and I don't know. Like I said, we got to be able to put 40 minutes together. I think we did a great job. Came back, took a 5-point lead. Then we had 6 turnovers in the fourth quarter. Some other breakdowns. Seemed like every time we'd make a little run, play well for a stretch, we'd kind of go off grid, and that's why you have 11 assists and 16 turnovers. It's not real pretty right now. So, like I said, just whether it's changing the lineup or changing the way we do things and prepare, I'm not sure, but at some point everybody's got to buy in to details and doing little things, or we're going to keep experiencing this. At this level, you cannot just go out and play pickup. So we got to, figure out a way to play better as a team on both ends.
What does buy-in look like to you?
What is what?
What does buy-in look like to you?
Engaged. And again, it starts in practice, when we're going over the scout. We got great scout guys that really do an awesome job of simulating the other team's offense and personnel, and buying into taking away what people want to do, we gave up, I think the first half especially, they got a lot of points in the paint, which that was one of our goals, was to try to keep them in front of us, try to clog it up, make them shoot jumpers. And then I look back at us, when we came off pick on the ball, we settled for jumpers instead of getting downhill. So really we ended up doing what we wanted to try to do to them. So like I said, I don't know. Get up and we'll watch the film here in a minute and try to figure it out.
Success breeds pace increasing in terms of everything, how you look at things, how you review things. Look back, do you take the experience that you have as a coach over all these years and look back, if you had the chance right now, you got maybe a chance to take a breath, to look back and when you had squads like this at this point where they are in their maturity, basketball, and gone through that and kind of reflect on that and give yourself a chance to do that, that could be a little bit more helpful to see how to help this group get to that next step. I'm not sure. There's a lot to pack.
Different players.
Yeah.
Different players.
Yeah.
I don't want to make excuses again, because they've all played enough to know, what it takes. But we don't have quite the experience. I mean, let's face it, Sanaya, Isaiah, Madison, they were all very talented, very special players. So you take them out of the mix. Some other people really have to step up, and it's just like I said, the things you can control, we're not controlling, and that's the scary part. Had teams that bought into the scout, want to take away the other team's best offensive set or scheme, or want to take away the other team's best player and take pride in doing that. pay attention to what we're doing offensively in practice enough that when we get out there, we don't have to try to walk people through what we're doing. We should be able just to call it out and go out and execute it, which again, if that's not happening, then it's on me, and we gotta continue to try to drive that message home and spend the time on it takes. But yeah, I think culture is a good word. I don't think right now we have the culture we're used to having, and the buy-in and commitment and, you know, just hating losing, loving winning, you know. We're not there right now, and that's something got to be fixed if you're going to have a chance.
You guys were a hop, skip, and a jump from beating SC. I mean, you almost got them. And
Yeah.
So, I mean, in a sense, you weren't miles away. So, do you kind of hang your hat and say, "Look, we can do this"? How, you know, how do you have to provide that confidence to let them know?
Same exact message I told them this week. We're 8 seconds away from being 4-1 and having played 3 top 20 teams, and you know, but even there, again, the side bounce play that we gave up the bucket. You know, a couple of people didn't do their jobs, and we gave up a layup. So it's very frustrating. And like I said, though, at the end of the day, I'm not doing something right, whether it's teaching it or demanding it or maybe changing your lineup and, you know, go with those that are committed to getting it done.
You got this trip coming up. You know, obviously the kids have earned the right to have a good time, and you want to have a good time, but at the same time you got to sort it. How do you find that balance on this trip?
Yeah, you know, again, there's a lot of teams over there. When we first get there, there's men's games going on, women's games towards the end of the week, but all the teams are there. So it makes it really tough because you don't have a ton of practice time. So that's kind of, but again, you can do stuff off the court, walkthroughs, film, that sort of thing, hopefully get the mental part of it down. But yeah, it does. Takes a little fun off of the trip for sure, going into it after a loss and playing the way we are. But again, tomorrow we travel all day, and then hopefully we get there, refocus and try to fix it and prepare, you know, back-to-back games for the first time. So that'll be a great opportunity as well to maybe fix some things and get a little momentum.
Thanks, guys.